Hey guys, just gonna go do a test again. Audio test. Okay, you guys might have to watch me fiddle around for a little bit because I am in the process of getting the webcam set up for there we go. I'm just trying to get the cam set up properly for streaming because this is my current cam. This is my nice camera. Um, which is looking good, but it just keeps dying out on stream, so I need to set up the webcam so it looks a little bit more like this, so I can just switch between them quite easily. For stream, because the camera is a good one, so I just need to figure out the settings for this, and then we can be like on our way. So you might hear some things in the background. So yeah, you can still hear us. So if I can, I'm just going to go on mute for a minute.
One of the cool things you can do is actually play around with this toggle here to increase or decrease the level of focus. As you can see, it becomes blurry. But what I like to do is decrease this all the way down. Starts to get a little bit better, but we can do better than that. And leave it at around 25. This way it has the blurry effect somewhere in the background, while this is also ensuring that my face is still being the
Right, I might have to just pause the stream for a minute while I sort out this camera thing, so I'll be back when I can. Be back up and running again now. Yep, I think we're back. Yep. So I think I've got things properly set up now, so we shouldn't have any more interruptions. Check this. Check this angle's all right. Yeah. So welcome back again, and going to tell things to look a little bit different because I'm using my webcam now, which means hopefully you shouldn't turn off because I don't think that will overheat compared to the pro camera I've got, like the DSLR. So hopefully this isn't going to be as good a quality of picture, unfortunately, but it should mean that it doesn't turn off during the middle of the stream. I don't have to deal with that problem, which is better. So, right, where were we at on Monday? Let's have a look. So I think we just finished tackling getting semantically set up with everything on the project template page and the newsletter template page. So I think we was going to just briefly put together the structure for the projects and newsletters template pages, just flesh out a little bit more than it is in the minute. And then we're going to move on to the About Now page and the home page. Hopefully in this stream, although we've only got an hour and a half, we can mark those out in terms of like the markup and then maybe start putting together header and footer sections before the end, but we'll see how far we get. Yep, sharing screen now, so had someone join the live stream last time, but I wasn't like aware that they were on there, so I missed that unfortunately, but I'll try and keep my eye out for it for this time. In fact, we're going to just give it an hour tonight because there's other things I need to do post stream this, so let me just check on a few tidbits. Ooh, let's not lose the lights. Hold on. Get that back. There we go. Okie dokies. Right. Coding. Let's get coding. Oops. Well. Right. Yep, so we've got an individual project page set up. So let's have a quick look at projects. So we don't have it running. Let's get that back up. Yeah, so let's flesh this out a little bit more because this wasn't given the TLC it deserved last time. So newsletters. So this is the pages one, yep. So we were saying our mock-up. So we were saying that we're gonna have a title sort of section. So we're gonna have like a header section. And in that section, we're going to have each one. Actually, no, that's okay because it's per thing. So what we do is we might make this header section a component, but for now we won't bother with it. We'll just put something simple. All newsletters. Oops. So we'll update copy. That's a whole different business of going through and making things better is making better content. So we'll leave that for now. So all newsletters. I'll just put a bit of lorem. That's fine for now. Just to belly out that section a bit. So we had that, and then it divided with a sort of a listicle section. Is that reloading? Just because it's projects. Let's go on newsletters. In this section, we're going to have main. And yeah, it will be like a UL of these things. So it's going to be image with title and edition number. Might come up with a nicer design for this, but So structure-wise, H1s, these would be H2s really. So we don't really need the publish date time. Yeah, not really too bothered about that. I'll comment out for now. We might come back for that, but not necessarily need that. So like a caption, or a small actually, of newsletter entry dot data dot edition edition 1. In fact, no, hold on, we'll have the time aspect. We'll put it in want a nicer separator, but I'll come back to that in a minute. And we had that util function actually, format publish date. So we'll use that. Yep. And I think we said we'd have the image above it, so maybe the thumbnail or so we're on the newsletter page. What do we put for that? We just need to import this. Get used to some Windows. So what's the problem with that? Quick fix? No. Don't think everything's picking up quite right, but doesn't matter. Let's go back to page, make sure everything's fine. Yeah, so it's a little bit big, but that's fine. We'll come back to it when we need to resize. Yeah, I think we'll probably end up turning these into components because I can see this being duplicated, but we'll refactor that when we come to it. It's always better to refactor later on rather than it get hung up and everything now. Let's get something out there before we do anything else. I'd like to get something working before we crack on with all that. Let's import these. We need them. For projects, in fact, our sort of like layout for this and stuff will be a little bit different. I think for projects, if you're on this page, you obviously want to get straight to the project, but it might be that you want to put a brief description with each one, but I'm not too sure. So in terms of this, we'll just take this out for now because it's not really relevant for the projects one. Now let's just check projects is fine as well. Projects, all projects, testing project. Whoops, that's not right. Project. Surprised it went to anything actually. Oh, because it was both called test, that's why. Newsletter testing newsletter. Cool. Okay, so we've fleshed out those two, and I've done it on master. Whoops. Let's not do that. Have I got lazy git installed yet? Let me check. Nope, no lazy git. That's fine. So we're going to call this one. So this is going to be a final pages scaffolded. Oh, updating news letters and projects page. Easy peasy. So the about me and now page are going to be very generic. So actually, I'm only going to what am I going to do that? I'm going to make a page template for that straight away because we don't want to manage the content through the page. We just want the page content. Just want that to be the title and then the content to be that. So then we want a very specific template to just do the layout for that. So what we'll do is start with the about me one. Has got anything? Has the index got anything? It'll put some boilerplate in for layout. So this is going to be layouts. And it's not going to be layout. It's going to be in fact, will it be layout? Yes, we'll use the layout because this will be the default one. And what we'll do is we'll get rid of and what we'll do is we'll get rid of the home one. We'll use a home layout instead. So it'll be I mean, to be honest, the homepage doesn't need to use a layout. You know what? No, yeah, it can. It can. layout can be like the most basic of basic ones, and I think we'll create a general page. In this one, we'll have, where's the title get used? Oh, gets used there. Okay. So we'll get rid of this. This section will literally just become so we'll make this quite simple. So we'll make the title this part of the section of the page. So we're gonna have that slot. We're gonna have article. Grab main. That's where we're gonna put the slot, and we're gonna have header. That's where we're going to put the title prop come through there. So let's see what that page looks like. Just go to about me. Oops, I've not got it running. Oh, hi, Sichuli. Good to see you on stream again. Do you know how to get content from a reference collection? I can get the slug only. Get content from a reference collection. We'll have a look now if you want. Let's have a look together. Let's check this. Okay, about me. That render H1. Yep. Okay. So you're asking, do you know how to get content from a reference collection? I can get the slug only. So reference collections. Let's have a look at the docs. Referenced. Oh, if I spell it right, referenced. Accessing reference data. To get content from a reference collection, we'll get slug only. So here it is, accessing reference data. Any references defined in your schema must be queried separately after first querying your collection entry. You can use the getEntry function again, or getEntries, to retrieve the reference entry from the returned data. So blog post. Okay. So depending on how you're doing it, so truly it looks like the way that it's meant to be done is you get the thing, you get the content, you get the content that you need first, so the entry, like a single entry or multiple entries. Actually, in this example, it's just a single entry for that one. So you get the blog post, and then you get by entries based on that, whatever your entries field is for reference collections. So you feed that in. So whatever a related post would be in your case and stuff, I imagine you feed to that. So there's two steps to it. Does that answer your question? If you have any troubles, this is my first time building out anything substantial in Astro as well, so I'm just figuring things out. But I've got a lot of experience. It's quite easy for me to sort of run through docs and just pick up concepts and stuff like that as we go. If you search in the docs, if you search for collections, in fact, referenced collections. So if you search for accessing reference data, you land on this page. It's under the guides, content collections, and it's just down at a section called access and reference data. Then that should give you what you need. Yeah, so hopefully give us a shout if you manage to figure it out. So then bring up the now section very briefly. So we've got this page one, just the setup that we want to do. Obviously we'll come back to like style later. So our about me page is very simple. I'm going to copy this and we're going to make the now page just like that. Now, so this page is going to be what? And I guess so this page is like last updated. We'll fill that out later. We've got the now page. Is that that? Yeah, we'll come back and flesh that out with more data because I don't know exactly what's going to go into the content of the About Me and Now page, so in like full detail, so we'll come back for that. I know roughly what's going to be on the homepage, so let's blast that out. Get rid of these two. Let me add another. So add in basic markup. Layout for basic pages. Cool. And then we just want to update the home page. That's using the layout, but I know that I got rough guide on content for this one and stuff, so we're gonna have keep this for now. I'll keep this for now. So we're gonna have our main section at the top of the page. Yeah, so let's get rid of this. So we have 3 sections. This section is going to have 2 sort of two sides to it. So main and an aside. In the main part, we're going to have title. So this is going to be kind of the H1 of the page. So H1. So this would be like the mission driven statement. And then, oops. Get the syntax for Emmet to be able to do a paragraph tag and then start filling in the text for it. So yeah, benefit driven description for the newsletter. And then this section is where we're going to have the newsletter. So newsletter embed. Going to go there. On the side, we're going to have a nice big picture of me. Well, save me. We'll see about that. But for now, just put a big bear. Get test.mdx. Let's get this place bear picture here. Put this for now. Big picture of a bear. And that's the top section. So then we're going to have. Now I'm not sure how to. I think for this section of the newsletter, we'll just do it as simple as the latest 3. So people come to that. It might be they change that in the future, say like the sort of more popular ones, so the ones that get a lot more landing page hits or reads. It might change it so the most popular ones are fed into that. But for now, we'll just keep it simple with it's going to be just the main section. So previous newsletters. And then we're going to have this similar thing that we had on the project page. So let me find the newsletters. I'm going to do this thing again. I'm going to turn this into a USB function because I keep doing this over and over again. Yep. So we're definitely going to do that. Import these. I'm going to move that up. That one down. I like keeping things in order. So we've got the newsletters. Let's just copy that section. Again, we will deduplicate this because it's not the best, just kind of do it over and over again. But for now, it's fine. So we have a section with the previous newsletters. We might want to, can we, with the get collection, can we specify for how many? I'm pretty sure we can, but let's have a look. search for get collection. Gotta be a better way of doing that. Let me have a look. Go get 3 from collection. Could do something with the map, but I'm pretty sure there should be a way to do it with just inbuilt functions. Like I only want to get 3 of them. Is there like a limit? No. It can't be a better way than just filtering it down to like 3. Oh, excuse me. How are you getting on, so Chuli? Apologies if I'm mispronouncing the name. That'd be a simple way of saying just getting the first 3. Or is it literally just going to be every time we do it? We called this one a bit better. Could be selected newsletter entries. It's a little bit better. Seems to, Zichuli just replied, so seems to work because I got errors from the reference schemas still on it. Cool. At least we're making progress. when you start getting a new error in your output, that's at least a step forward, getting past the previous problems. Yeah, so okay. Well, I'll I'm just checking that it's only ever going to show 3. How it brings them back as well, we'll have to look at that because we're probably not doing it by date in the minute. But I think when we come and tidy up this stuff and turn this into like a reusable thing, we'll do that. We'll order it by date because that's the thing that makes sense. So let me just put some more dummy data in here of like subtitle is test letter. And then I'll sort of delete some stuff from the content so it looks a little bit different. Hungry newsletter. That. Get rid of that. Justice newsletter. And I'll get rid of all of that. That will look very different. Okay. It doesn't really matter what's in there at the minute. I just want to check that it's only getting 3 on the homepage. Justice, hungry, hope. Yep, okay, that's 3. Okay. And then the last section, and this is, I'm going to leave this quiet. We're going to come back to this in terms of content. Because I think what it's going to be is really just going to be a section with big, how can I help you? And then, what you call it? A YouTube embed of sort of like a trailer video by brand. So this section is going to be H2. So then there's going to be a video embed YouTube trailer. That'll do for now. So that's scaffolded out. Add all that. So basic setup the homepage. We'll push that. And before we move on, we'll clear down that branch. So I'm going to make that. And I'll keep the docs up for everything. And what we're going to do now is, so I've got about 20 minutes left. Yep, 20 minutes left. I promise I'll be on the streams longer in the future. I'm still trying to sort of figure everything out at the minute. And get my timing right. Obviously, I was struggling with like the camera today, switching over to the webcam. Let me have a look how the cam link's not on, so it's not going to work. But, so I'll probably be on longer than this in the future, and I'll be on at 8 o'clock properly, so we'll get like a good 2.5 hours in. But I'm going to finish at 10 o'clock my time today, which is 20 minutes. So let me just check. So what have we done? So we've added a bunch of newsletters just as dummy data so that we've got more to like play with on the listing page and stuff. I've updated the layout template to just be very, very basic, because that one's going to be used for like the homepage where there's like no scaffolding whatsoever. It's just kind of like a free for all of like, you know, do your content on the page part and don't kind of like use the layout for anything else. The page template being more for, I just want to display a page with a title, you know, some colored section and just a very, very minimal design. And it's purely just a content page, but it's not a home page. For that layout, set up the very basic about me, updated the home page to have the kind of like the section markup in that we want. So I'll add that for now. And then I updated the newsletters pages. Oh yeah, we did all these in the same branch. It was just over a few commits. So I've updated that with the extra content we sort of wanted for it, and didn't change any of the semantics, I don't think, apart from maybe the added the image and a few bits here and there. Basic now page, flash out in the future, and the projects page is the same as the newsletters, so that's all fine. Let's merge that. Squash and merge. Delete the branch. Now back to a clean slate. So, master. Make sure everything's clean. Yep. And then we'll make a new branch. Because now what I think we'll do is we've got this. Now we'll add the last thing we kind of need to like scaffold out, at least for now, is and this isn't including the embeddable form stuff for Beehive. We'll kind of do that last because that might be the thing that sort of throws a few spanner in the works. I'd rather deal with the things that I can like style on our own, just like this. So now we're going to flesh out the header and the footer stuff, and then with that what we'll do is we'll kind of fix up the page layouts a bit. So I think what we'll call this branch is header, footer, and better scaffolding. We might not get through much of this, but oh well. Yes, I haven't really thought about like a full design for the menus and stuff like that. I just want it very, very basic, just like top level. We might have like a dark theme thing we add actually and stuff. I think we're gonna keep running with these streams until we've got a pretty decent portfolio website together with some decent visual representation, and then we'll get on to the topics of like the YouTube streams that I want to do with like other projects. So get rid of that. So let's just start with that. So where do we start? Let's start with, so in this part we're probably going to start making some components because we don't want to have to keep duplicating this around. So let me have a look at what we got so far. So we've got 4 layout files. and they're all kind of making use of these shared bits and bobs. So if we got up in the browser at the minute, homepage. The homepage is using layout, I think. Yeah, it is. So what I'll do is I'll design this in the layout Astro file, and then bit by bit we'll start pulling things out and then putting them into something a bit more reusable. Keeps complaining about that. Let's look this up. There's a Google Tag Manager. Just, oh, right. It's a good way to search through these. Doesn't like it's ever been given TypeScript stuff, but it's fine. We're just going to ignore that for now then. Come back to that. So in our layout file, we're going to have a header section with links. We're going to have nav of UL. And let me look at the docs for generating navigation. No particular navigation. No, didn't seem to be anything about that. So Astro paging points matters. Yeah. So we could get static paths. That's not what I expected. Hold on. This is about if a page uses dynamic params in the file name, that component will need to export get site function. This function is required with Astro's static site builder, yada yada yada. Yeah, it's not really what we need, so I think we'll just keep it simple. It's rarely ever going to change, so we'll just have li elements that'll be so what do we say? Newsletters, projects about me in now. So I think that's all right. About me. No. Keep it simple. Yep. And what do we say for the footer? We're going to have the sort of social links and the embeddable form as well. So let's just do that briefly. And then probably have to call on time for today. So we have two sections, a main section and an aside. Good spell right. Connect with me on X, Y, and Z. So UL. And we're going to have YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitter. That's kind of it, really, to start with. YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter. I'm not going to get things like TikTok and whatnot. YouTube first, because that's the main thing I want people to go to. YouTube, Twitter next, and then LinkedIn. I'm gonna try so I don't know if this is how you can do stuff with sort of like config, but I'm gonna give it a try. Tie that up. So YouTube, Twitter. Because who calls it? Who calls it X? Let's be real. It's changed to X a long time ago, but we still ain't gonna do it. Still ain't gonna call it that. Oh, that's just a timer. I'm gonna have to wrap up a bit quickly, so. Because I can't get to my channel. Hold on. Can't let you see this stuff. There we go, now it's fine. My profile. Like that. And LinkedIn. Let me just look that up quickly. So, config. Maybe it's not how you meant to use it. Maybe I'm misusing it in some way. Config. This might not be the place to store it because I don't think it's meant for this use. I'm sure it'll be an example of a project. Examples. See if they use this at all. Nope. Const, maybe they just do it like that. Just wondering how you can store things that you don't want to need to like use over and over again, so like links to social and stuff like that. Let me look. No chance it's stored in there. Nope. tsconfig, nope. Astro config. Nope. If it's going to be anywhere, so it's going to be layouts, blog post. Got social thing. Nope. And that'd be the best example to come from actually, so let me see. Portfolio might be a better one to look at. Let's have a look at this. It's a nice example actually. Nope, very basic. Absolute most minimal config. Can't find any good examples in here. Let me just try it. So Astro.js. Social. Yeah, nothing fancy about these, so I thought it'd be something more practical, but what I'll do is I'll take out that. Does make sense to be in there. I'll do is I'll take out there. I'll put it into constants. So export constant socials. What's that? Tidy up. I need to get pretty set up for this because it is not formatting very nice. So to do over social links constant. Find that got to do plugin. I like that one. Ooh, which one's better? To do tree or to do highlight? Very similar. I shall choose this one. So I like being able to come back and look at all to-dos. It's good. Okay. Still with us? Is it Julie? How are you getting on? I'm going to be wrapping up now, so. Oops, I made that as draft actually. It ain't ready yet. Let's switch it back to a draft. Oops. I'm sure there's a way you can turn it back to a draft when it's not ready. How do I change that? Oh yeah, there it is. Convert to a draft. It's not ready yet, so there we go. Right. Oh, that'll do it for today. Not masses and masses of progress, but we're moving still. Guessing truly you've left the chat now. Can't see anybody on there. Nope, looks like nobody's around. So, well, so Julie, I'm pretty sure I'll see you in the next one if you haven't stuck around for this long. So, we're streaming again next Monday. Next Monday we'll pick up on going through the header and footers still. So we'll get the rest of the header and footer done in terms of like we'll start creating components to separate things, so then we can like reduce like the amount of like boilerplate that's going on and just kind of tidy up things like, you know, bit better scaffolding going on. I think we'll probably get through that. That'll probably take most of the time. I don't think we'll get through a lot of other things besides that. So on the next stream, we'll focus on that. And yeah, and then if we finish off like, you know, getting scaffolding in place, we'll start adding some styling in. I think that'll be the next part. Let me just check my notes. Obsidian. Not jumping the gun on anything. Yeah, so we've almost scaffolded out the pages with templates and code. We've almost kind of finished that header and footer component, newsletter sign component. So we're getting there. It's just been a little bit slow progress today because I was on late and then I was messing about with the webcam. But looks like the webcam's okay. It's not too bad. Got it configured well enough, and I've got things side by side. So if I can use the nice camera, I can do so in the future. Otherwise, I'll just use the normal one. So that's it for now. We're going to schedule the next one after this for next Monday. And see you there. Peace.